Hey everyone! The famous McDonald's hot coffee case in the United States is one of the most widely misunderstood lawsuits in history. Many people have heard about it and dismissed it as a ridiculous example of someone suing over their own mistake. But when we take a closer look, the true story is very different from the media's portrayal. Today we will unpack the real facts of the case, the legal arguments made by both sides, the court's verdict, and whether such a case would succeed in Singapore. Finally, we will discuss whether the lawsuit was fair or frivolous. On the 27th of February 1992, a 79-year-old woman named Stella Liebeck went to a McDonald's drive-thru with her grandson. She ordered a cup of coffee. After receiving it, she was sitting in the passenger seat of a parked car, trying to add sugar and cream. Because the car had no cup holders, she placed the coffee between her knees and attempted to remove the lid. The cup tipped over, spilling the entire contents of scalding hot coffee onto her lap. Most of us have spilled coffee before. It's annoying and painful, but nothing serious, right? Wrong. The coffee wasn't just hot, it was dangerously hot. Stella suffered third-degree burns on her thighs, groin, and buttocks. The burns were so severe that she had to be hospitalized for 8 days and undergo skin graft surgery. She suffered permanent scarring and had to endure 2 years of medical treatment. This was not just a minor accident, it was a life-changing injury. At first, Stella did not want to sue. She simply asked McDonald's to cover her medical expenses, which amounted to $20,000. McDonald's refused and offered her only $800. Left with no choice, she hired a lawyer and sued McDonald's for product liability and negligence. Her legal team argued that McDonald's served its coffee at an unsafe temperature of 82 to 88 degrees Celsius, far hotter than what is safe for human consumption. At that temperature, liquid can cause third-degree burns in seconds. Her lawyers also pointed out that McDonald's had already received over 700 reports of burn injuries from their coffee, yet they did nothing to change their practices. Furthermore, while it is reasonable to expect coffee to be hot, no customer would expect it to be hot enough to cause such severe burns. McDonald's, on the other hand, argued that customers wanted their coffee hot and that Stella was responsible for spilling it on herself. McDonald's also pointed out that they sold millions of cups of coffee every day without complaints. The jury found McDonald's liable in negligence and awarded Stella $200 in compensatory damages, which was later reduced to $160,000 due to comparative negligence. More significantly, they awarded $2.7 million in punitive damages, an amount equivalent to 2 days' worth of McDonald's coffee sales, as a punishment for McDonald's knowingly endangering its customers. Eventually, the case was settled for an undisclosed amount, rumored to be under $600,000. The case became a warning to companies that they could not ignore known safety risks. If this case had happened in Singapore, would the outcome have been the same? Under Singapore law, McDonald's would owe a duty of care to its customers under negligence law. If a product is dangerously unsafe, a supplier can be liable under common law principles of negligence. If McDonald's knew its coffee was too hot to be safe and continued to serve it without printing a warning, there could be a case for negligence. However, Singapore courts would likely find that Stella was partly responsible for spilling coffee on herself, which would reduce her damages under the principle of contributory negligence. Additionally, unlike the US, Singapore courts do not award massive punitive damages. The focus in Singapore is on compensation rather than punishment. So while Stella might have won the case, she would likely have only been awarded medical expenses, loss of income, and general damages without anything close to millions of dollars. At first glance, this lawsuit seems ridiculous, but when the facts are laid out, it becomes clear that McDonald's was aware of the risks and chose to ignore them. Stella was not seeking a windfall. She simply wanted her medical bills recovered. The media distorted the case, making her look greedy when in reality, she was a severely injured elderly woman trying to hold a massive corporation accountable. The lesson here is that businesses should not prioritize profits over customer safety. While a Singapore court would not have awarded such high damages, McDonald's may still be found negligent under local laws if it did not warn customers about the possibility of severe burns. Thanks for joining me in this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.